Good morning, family, friends, and faculty members. Please turn off your cell phones so we can start our ceremony. Thank you. Please stand for the processional. Please have a seat.
Good morning, everyone. Can we all stand for the invocation? Thank you. And please remember to continue standing for the presentation of colors. Heavenly Father, today we come before you with heart full of gratitude for this milestone in our lives. We thank you for the strength and the guidance you have provided to each of us throughout this journey. This day represents not just our achievement, but the perseverance, the sacrifices, and support that brought us here. Lord, we ask for your blessings on all graduates today. As we step into new chapters, may you grant us wisdom in our decisions, courage to face challenges, and hearts that remain humble and open to serving others. Guide us to use the knowledge we've gained for your glory and for the good of the world. We also pray for the families, the friends, and mentors who have walked this path with us. May their joy today reflect the encouragement and love they've given us. Thank you, Lord, for this moment of celebration. May it inspire us to go forth boldly, trusting in your plans for our future. In Jesus' name, amen.
Please remain standing for the presentation of colors.
More time. March. Colors. Hope. Left face. Present. Arms.
Please join me in the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Right face. Forward. March. More time. March. Colors. Hope. Left face. Forward. Arms. Forward.
And be seated. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Jeffrey Dean. I've had the honor of serving as the Assistant Provost and Director of the UGA Griffin campus for the past 2 years. Before I enter into a few comments of welcome, I'd like to take just a moment to recognize some of our guests who will not be subsequently recognized later in this ceremony. In particular, I want to thank our friend Dick Morrow, former Mayor of Griffin and County Commissioner, for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I'd like to mention Mr. Ryan Peavyhouse, who's with Edward Jones Investment, who's one of the sponsors for our ceremony this morning. I want to make sure to recognize Vice President for Enrollment and Marketing from Gordon State College, Melissa Johnson. Also, Dr. Jeanette Taylor, Vice Provost from UGA, Dr. William Venzel, the Associate VP for Instruction. And then there are a number of deans and assistant deans who are here, and they will be recognized as we do presentations of subsequently. In any event, let me move on, and on behalf of the University of Georgia, I wish to welcome all of our graduates, their families and guests, as well as faculty, staff, and students from to the Griffin campus Fall 2024 graduation celebration and brick dedication ceremony. We have faced a multitude of challenges in recent years, ranging from COVID to the tornadoes to all manner of other obstacles. Yet you students have persevered. You've overcome those challenges, and now you are graduating. We're very pleased to celebrate your graduation and salute your achievements by holding this Griffin campus celebration and bricklaying ceremony here this morning. While every member of the Griffin campus team contributes to the success of our graduates, students are most closely assisted by our instructional faculty, as well as staff in the Instructional Support Office. Students at UGA Griffin enjoy low student-faculty ratios, which allows personalized instruction from world-renowned faculty. And our students and alumni have voiced over and again that this is one of the primary reasons they value their experiences here at the Griffin campus. We are pleased to recognize your hard work and celebrate your accomplishment of graduating with a University of Georgia degree. But graduates, I would ask that you now join me in celebrating the support and encouragement of your family and friends, without whom your path to this day would have been so much more difficult. Today marks the 36th graduation celebration on the Griffin campus, and today's graduates will join over 700 others who have completed their UGA degrees here in Griffin and have gone on to great achievements. Now, I would like to take just a moment to introduce our keynote speaker for this morning. Dr. Michelle Cook is the Vice President for Student Affairs at the University of Georgia. Dr. Cook began her career at Georgia in 1998 and has served in several key administrative roles. She has led the university in building strategies to support students and help them maximize their potential. She has long served as both Assistant and Associate Dean of Student Affairs for the Franklin College of Arts and Sciences, coordinating student orientation, academic advising, student academic awards, and a graduation. Dr. Cook established the Office of Transfer Student Services, the first of its kind at UGA, to help transfer students transition into the UGA learning environment. Dr. Cook also served as the inaugural Franklin Residential College Dean, launching UGA's first residential learning community in conjunction with university housing. More recently, Dr. Cook has served as Senior Vice Provost, where she made significant contributions in terms of recruitment, retention, and success of students from underrepresented backgrounds. She also has a wealth of experience in strategic planning. Dr. Cook co-chaired the development of the university's 2025 strategic plan and chaired the Presidential Task Force on Student Services and Support, which recommended the creation of DogSource, a one-stop shop for student services at UGA. As Vice President, Dr. Cook oversees a division comprising 17 departments and 600 full-time staff members, whose role on campus is to enrich student learning and support student development and growth. Student affairs programs, resources, facilities, and diverse staff help to make this campus smaller, more dynamic, and welcoming for students. By way of educational background, Dr. Cook earned her bachelor's degree from Princeton University, a master's degree from Yale University, and her doctorate from Duke University. It's quite a pedigree. We're so glad to have her come to the South and be such a major contributor to the advancement of UGA and its students. Thank you, Dr. Cook.
Thank you, Dr. Dean. And good morning, everyone. Thank you for that. It is an honor to stand before you in this space filled with the energy of hope, achievement, and celebration. Today, we gather to celebrate the remarkable accomplishments of 24 graduates of the University of Georgia Griffin campus. This day belongs to you, the culmination of years of hard work, sacrifice, and the unwavering support of those who believed in you. Take a moment to look around. Today, you are surrounded by family and friends, professors, mentors, and colleagues, people who've walked alongside you on this journey. They have been your cheerleaders, your sounding boards, your sources of strength. Make sure to thank them again, as you did previously with Dr. Dean. So allow me to shine a little light on who we're celebrating today. To our Franklin College graduate, who has achieved not only one, but 2 bachelor's degrees and simultaneously completed a Bachelor of Business Administration through the Terry College of Business. You exemplify the power of multidisciplinary excellence. Your work reflects the rich intellectual curiosity that UGA strives to cultivate. To our Terry graduates, your commitment to academic rigor and leadership will set you apart in the business world. You carry forward a legacy of excellence. Your work reflects what we aim to show and defines our tradition as an institution. To our graduates of the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences, your achievement represents cutting-edge research of applied knowledge in fields critical to our world's future. From entomology to food science, crop and soil sciences, and plant pathology, your contributions will make a direct impact on global challenges. And to our graduates of the Mary Frances Early College of Education, your commitment to education and leadership will shape the lives of countless young people and reflects the enduring legacy of Mary Frances Early, who understood the transformative power of education. Each of you represents the best of the University of Georgia. Your success today is a beacon of what is possible when talent meets perseverance and dreams are met with action. So how does one come to be a graduation commencement speaker? Well, I will tell you, I received an email that said that in planning today's celebration, my name had come up as a potential speaker. They wanted to know if I was available and interested. Well, my initial reaction was honor, pride, and humility. Then I did the most important thing that I do in my life, and that is I checked my calendar. Well, I was available, so I responded with a hearty and very enthusiastic yes to serve as the Griffin campus graduation celebration speaker. I was then eager to learn what was going to be expected of me and to learn more about you as the graduates. Okay, now, good, check, check, check. But I'm also rational and realistic enough to know that I'm not going to say something that you've never heard before. I'm not going to give some words of wisdom that you're like, that's new. But I do hope that in my delivery and what I do talk about, that it'll just spark something in you. Something that you're like, okay, yeah, that is something I can take into the next chapter of my life. I also want to think, what would I have wanted to hear when I graduated from undergraduate or from graduate school? What would have been helpful as I went to that next step in my life? So bear with me and let me just share a few things that come to mind in terms of things that I wish I had known earlier in my academic and professional career. And the first is, as you take this next step, I want to share a simple truth. Life moves fast. In the blink of an eye, weeks become months, months become years. It's easy to get swept up in the momentum of your career, your research, the daily demands of life. That's why I want to encourage you to be thoughtful, intentional. This is not meant to alarm you, but rather to encourage you to be thoughtful about your time and your energy. The pace of life is relentless, and if you're not careful, it's easy to get swept up, chasing deadlines, checking off to-do lists, and constantly, really striving for that next big milestone. But here's the truth. It's not just about how much you accomplish, but about what you choose to focus on. So I encourage you to slow down every now and then. Reflect on what it is that truly matters to you, and let that guide your decisions. As you navigate this fast-paced life, I also want to remind you to do something equally important. Give yourself grace. You won't always win, and you'll not always get it right. That's okay, because nobody does. Some of the most valuable lessons in our life come not from our successes, but from our failures, our disappointments, our frustration. Failure teaches us resilience. It forces us to reflect, adapt, and grow. When things don't go as planned, resist the urge to be overly critical of yourself. Instead, ask, what can I have learned here? How can I use this experience to do better moving forward? Grace is about self-compassion. It's about recognizing that you are human and that you will stumble, and that stumbling is part of the journey. Think about this. When a friend comes to you after a setback, you likely offer them words of encouragement. You remind them of their strengths, their potential, and their worth. Why not offer yourself that same grace? Grace doesn't mean lowering your standards or settling for less. It means acknowledging that progress is not linear and success is not a straight path. It means giving yourself the space to make mistakes and the courage to move forward. While you're focusing on your career and passions, I want to remind you of one other thing that often gets overlooked, and that's to invest in relationships. In a world that often prioritizes productivity over connection, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But the truth is, relationships are the cornerstone of a meaningful life. They are what sustain us, inspire us, and remind us of our shared humanity. So many aspects of life can be revisited or caught up later: projects, tasks, even emails. But relationships are different. So relationships are precious and require intentional focus and care. There's something that you can't just neglect today and pick up tomorrow. So I'm reminded of one of my favorite TED Talks, and it was the CEO of a major corporation, and you may have heard about this, but he talks about life as a juggling act. And he says there's so many balls that we juggle, your career, your health, friendships, family, passions, your responsibilities. But then he talked about that some of these balls are rubber and some are glass. If they drop, they shatter, as opposed to the rubber ones that will bounce. In this analogy, relationships are glass balls. They're fragile, they're irreplaceable connections and hold the greatest meaning. By contrast, there are other things that are rubber, and sometimes it can be workplace emails that if you don't do it today, it'll bounce back, it'll be there tomorrow for you to keep going. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and prioritize deadlines over personal connections. But I urge you to resist that mindset. Make time for the people who matter. Cherish family, friends, and colleagues. Those relationships will not only enrich you and your life, but also provide the support and inspiration you need when challenges do arise. So how do you ensure that the glass balls don't drop? By being intentional. Make time for people, show up for friends and family, not just physically, but mentally, and listen more than you speak. Be present. And let me clarify something. Investing in relationships doesn't mean you have to give up on your ambitions or your career goals. Two things can be true at the same time. It's about recognizing that these two areas of your life are not mutually exclusive. In fact, strong relationships often make you better at everything else. Balancing the demands of life is no small feat, especially as you move into new roles. You'll have moments when it feels like you're juggling more than you could ever handle. During those times, pause and ask yourself, which of these balls are glass and which of these balls are rubber? This simple reflection can help you prioritize what truly matters and let go of the rest. Sometimes that's going to mean letting go of perfectionism. It might mean accepting that you might have to miss a deadline. It translates into being there for someone who needs you. It might mean turning off your phone for an important dinner or evening with loved ones. As you build your career and contribute to the world, remember that success is not measured solely by professional milestones. It's also defined by the quality of the relationships you nurture and the impact that you'll have on others. So, if you think about the journey that led you here, it wasn't easy. For many of you, this accomplishment that represents late nights, early mornings, countless sacrifices. You navigated challenges that tested your resolve, balancing school with work, caring for family, or adjusting to just new responsibilities. Perhaps you doubted yourself at times. Maybe there was a moment when you questioned whether it was all worth it. Yet here you are today, not because the road was smooth, but because you chose to persist. You leaned on mentors, friends, and families. You found your strength in community. That persistence is what sets you apart. It is the mark of a true leader. And as you step into the next chapter, I want to talk briefly about something that will hopefully guide you through the challenges and opportunities ahead. And that's the importance of defining and living by core values. Core values are those principles that define who you are. They shape how you show up in the world, not just in your career, but in every aspect of your life. Core values are your North Star, guiding your decisions and ensuring that you stay true to yourself. When I think about my own journey, there's several core values that have been in my life at different times, but I want to just talk briefly about two. That's accountability and authenticity. These are not just ideals I strive for, they are the foundation of who I am and how I lead. The first, accountability. That's about taking responsibility for your actions, decisions, and commitments. Being accountable means owning your role in every situation, whether it's success or failure. It's about showing up consistently and doing what you say you'll do. And I'll tell you, for me personally, it's not about just accountability up. We all know that. Accountability to bosses, professors, those who have control, or those who we're trying to impress. But true accountability is also to your peers and to those who may be in the organizational chart or below you. You're accountable to everyone. In my own life, accountability has been a cornerstone of trust. It's meant having the humility to acknowledge when I've made a mistake and the courage to make it right. It's meant following through on my promises, even when it was inconvenient or difficult. Because accountability does build trust. It shows others that your word has meaning. And I encourage you to think about what accountability might look like in your life. Perhaps it's being a reliable teammate at work, a dependable friend, or leader who inspires confidence in others. Accountability will build credibility for you as a professional. It tells the world that you are someone who can be counted on. Then there's authenticity. This is, to me, perhaps the most personal. It's about showing up as my true self, even when it's difficult. It means leading with integrity and aligning my actions with my values. Authenticity has been a guiding force in my life, helping me navigate tough decisions and stay true to my principles. It's meant speaking honestly, even when my perspective might not have been popular. It's meant embracing vulnerability, knowing that it's a strength rather than a weakness. Living authentically requires courage, but it is deeply rewarding. When you are true to yourself, you build meaningful connections and earn the respect of others. Authenticity allows you to lead with confidence and compassion. So as you think about your own leadership core values, it's important to remember that they're not static. Your values will change over time, shaped by experience, context, and your own personal growth. When I was just starting out in my career, my values often centered on ambition and achievement. I was focused on proving myself, on demonstrating what I could accomplish. Over time, as I've gained more experience, my focus shifted slightly. I began to see the importance of service, of giving back to others, of mentoring, of sponsoring, and supporting the growth of those around me. This evolution is natural and healthy. Your values will change as you navigate different stages of life and face new challenges. What matters is that you take the time to reflect on them and ensure that they remain aligned with who you are, who you want to become, and how you want to show up. So how do you discover them? Ask yourself the question, what matters most to me? What principles really guide who I am as an individual? And how do I want to be remembered? Your answer to these questions will uncover the values that resonate most deeply for you. Living by your values is not always easy. We all know that. There will be times when doing so requires making difficult decisions. But when your values guide you, that will help to navigate uncertainty in difficult times. So, in my own life, I have found that living by my values has helped me build stronger relationships, make more meaningful contributions. It's given me a sense of purpose and direction. As you leave UGA Griffin, I encourage you to let your core values be your guide. Let them shape your approach to work, relationships, and your community. Let them inspire you to be the kind of leader the world needs. Graduates, today marks the beginning of an exciting new chapter in your lives. You will leave here and step into opportunities that will challenge and inspire you. You will make discoveries, take risks, and achieve things that you once probably thought impossible. You are ready for this moment. You have the knowledge, the skills, and the determination to succeed. And with the core values as your North Star, you will have the clarity and courage to navigate whatever lies ahead. But through it all, I encourage you to remember, be thoughtful and intentional with your time and energy, give yourself grace when things don't go as planned, and above all, invest in relationships that matter most. As you move forward, remember that you are not alone. You are part of the UGA Bulldog family, a network of alumni who are changing the world in many ways. You carry forward a legacy of excellence, and we cannot wait to see the impact that you will have. Today is a day of celebration, and we could not be prouder of all that you have accomplished. Take this moment to reflect on how far you've come and to dream about what lies ahead. Class of 2024, the world awaits your brilliance. Go forward with confidence, courage, and with a deep sense of purpose. Thank you so much, and as always, go Dogs.
Thank you so much for those very thoughtful comments, Dr. Cook. To commemorate the day and thank you for what you've done for these graduates, we have a little presentation for you, something that's very special to the Griffin campus, and I look forward to hearing about all the wildlife that you get to attract putting this up somewhere.
Absolutely. Oh,
Great for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I think, let's see.
Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful day, right? And beautiful people and a beautiful class. No bias, right? So, all right. So I'm here to introduce Ms. Juman Hassan, who's going to be the speaker, the student speaker for this class. Let's just check where. I can't find that. Okay, I found it. Here it is. All right, wonderful. I will start by congratulating all the graduates and their families. I hope that this occasion will mark a journey towards success and prosperity for all of you. I was approached to introduce the student speaker for this class, Ms. Juman Hassan. Now, proudly and deservedly, Dr. Juman Hassan. I agreed without hesitation and with absolute joy, not because I have been her advisor, both during her master's and PhD studies, poor soul, but because I always considered Juman to be an excellent student and above all, an excellent human. So let me go back to the beginnings. I first met Juman in 2018 at the American University of Beirut. She was accepted with full scholarship to the food safety graduate program that I had started in 2017. She also wanted to join my lab to do her master's research. So there she was, largely quiet, soft-spoken, and with a permanent shy smile, asking to join the lab. The new program and lab were creating buzz on campus and had already generated excellent scholarly outputs. However, it was well known that working in my lab would require commitment and long hours in pursuit of high-caliber research. When I asked her if she would commit, Juman merely nodded her head in approval. She just, yes, I will commit. She joined the lab, learned fast, worked hard, and was soon a reliable member, a very reliable member at that, of the team. In retrospect, I believe that nod of approval that I have seen defines Juman. What I mean by that is willingness to work hard, to commit with a very quiet but absolute determination. I was impressed with Juman's commitment and her teamwork and offered Juman to join my lab as a PhD student when I transitioned to UGA. I was met with the same quiet and determined nod of approval. Throughout her graduate studies, Juman took part in several important projects that aim to assess the spread of antimicrobial resistance in the MENA region and here in Georgia. Antimicrobial resistance, for those of you who don't know, is considered to be one of the top 10 public health challenges facing humanity, and is predicted to claim millions of lives and burden economies across the globe if left unchecked. I will not dwell on this because it's a happy occasion, but I'm saying this because to say that Juman tackled the projects that were assigned to her with responsibility and humanity above all. She was spurred by knowledge of the scope and severity of the problem. While Juman has been an author on many high-impact manuscripts and has presented research in many international and national conferences, winning several prestigious awards, I'm very proud, and growing as a scientist, I am perhaps most impressed with her humanity and humility. I believe that these two traits are much needed in today's world. There are many brilliant people out there, but we need more brilliant people with humanity and humility, just like Juman. Lastly, during her journey, which was fantastic, Juman had only one glaring failure, in my opinion. She did not finish reading the Lord of the Rings books yet, which is mandatory in my lab. I'm heartbroken, by the way, and I told you I will bring it up. On a personal level, During her journey, Juman graduated from a student to someone who I consider a family member. I could not be happier than introducing to you Dr. Juman Hassan. Come over and shine.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kaysen, for your kind introduction. And I would like to express my gratitude to the esteemed faculty and staff of the UGA Griffin campus. Family and friends, joining us online and in person, your presence here today makes this day extremely special. I'm truly honored to be standing in front of you all here today and to share the stage with the esteemed Dr. Michelle Cook. When I first arrived to the UGA Griffin campus, all I saw were faces wearing masks. Fast forward to today, I see many of those same faces proudly wearing their regalias. If this isn't a testament to your resilience, I don't know what is. Class of 2024, congratulations. Today, we celebrate not just your achievements, but your grit, commitment, and determination. You face challenges with courage, tackle adversities with skill, and persevere to achieve your goals. And for that, you deserve a massive round of applause. To my fellow graduates, the road to this day was anything but smooth. You sacrificed. You sacrificed by missing joyous occasions with your loved ones, family weddings, baby showers, and birthdays. And many of you could not even be with their loved ones during tough times and loss. Let's not forget all the moments that you had to postpone plans with your friends because you needed to submit that draft that was due a week ago to your advisor. Or those countless moments where you marched so confidently to your labs with the eye of the tiger blasting through your headphones, determined to repeat that experiment that failed you more times than you could care to admit. Yet, despite all of this, you prevailed, not just by earning your degree, but making yourself and your loved ones very proud. And to that, you deserve another massive round of applause. This campus has been more than just a place for learning. It's been a window to the world. Who would have thought that a small satellite campus in Griffin could connect us to cultures from India, Nepal, South Korea, Mexico, Nigeria, and beyond, without even boarding a plane? Through shared meals, traditions, and stories, this campus provided a very vibrant and small international community. On this campus, we're also very fortunate to have the most kind-hearted and kind staff, and they also deserve a massive round of applause. I would be remiss if I don't take this moment to thank my mentor and academic advisor, Dr. Asmat Qasim, who has been integral in my academic journey. Thank you for teaching me how to be a better scientist and for always setting up an example. You believed in my potential, showed me it's okay to make mistakes, and patiently guided me through the roller coaster of graduate school. Today, I will use your favorite word and kindly thank you for your unwavering support. On a personal note, I grew up in a small, beautiful village in the mountains of Lebanon. My parents, with their humble means, instilled in my siblings and I the value of education. I still remember my mom used to look at me with her warm yet determined eyes and tell me, "Juman, the word impossible does not exist in my dictionary. I erased it." And for years, I thought my mom had insider connections with publishers and could remove words from the English language at will. Don't worry, spoiler alert, don't worry, the word impossible is still there. While she couldn't remove words from the English language, she did something far more powerful to me. She changed my perspective and mindset towards life. She taught me that life challenges are constant and never easy, yet they are never impossible. Today, every single one of you has proven her right. Mom, if you're watching this online, you were right again. Class of 2024, you believed in yourselves, turned your dreams into reality, and proved that nothing is impossible. I ask you now to take a moment to reflect on your journey, the highs and the lows. These are the experiences that made you to the wonderful people you are today and will propel you forward. As you embark on your next chapter, whether it being pursuing further studies or entering the workforce, the path ahead of you will have its own challenges. There will still be deadlines, obstacles, and a lot of moments of uncertainty. But if your time here at UGA has proven anything, is that you are equipped to face those challenges head on. And you've already proven that nothing is impossible. As you take a step forward, I ask you to take with you not only your skill and knowledge, but also the values that define this very campus: community, generosity, and kindness. These are the qualities that will set you apart. As the wise Taylor Swift once said, "Never be so clever you forget to be kind." In your pursuit of success, remember that it's human connections and the positive impact that will define your legacy. Class of 2024, congratulations on this incredible milestone. Now go forward with confidence, embrace the opportunities ahead, and show the world what it means to be a dog. Go Dogs, and congratulations.
Thank you for those words, Jamon. I'm sure your fellow graduates are going to live up to your standards.
Thank you, Jamon. Taylor Swift, who would have thought? We are so honored to have Jamon as part of our UGA Griffin family. I feel like I'm about to make the podium fall, am I? Okay. Please join me in giving her one more hand. Okay, here we are, the moment for which we gathered to celebrate. Students, you have worked hard to be considered candidates for graduation, and it is our honor to acknowledge your efforts here today. Families and friends, we all appreciate your presence here today, as you have been an integral part of this journey. We honor you and say congratulations to you as well. During this moment, students will receive a brick, which is a tangible mark that you will leave on this campus. We are grateful for the rain we've gotten recently, but it does mean that we moved this event inside, so it's going to look a little differently than we had originally planned. You will lay your brick to commemorate the hard work, dedication, and commitment it took to complete your University of Georgia degree after this inside ceremony. Our campus is very proud, not only of having degrees offered by 4 of UGA's colleges on this campus, but we are also incredibly pleased to be able to offer undergraduate and graduate degrees. Families, we have photographers capturing photos of your students on the stage and at the brick laying. A link to these photos will be emailed to your students within a few days, and we want to thank Mr. Rick Blackshear and our campus IT staff for all they do to make this happen. Okay, let's begin. Franklin College of Arts and Sciences. Campus Director and Assistant Provost, Dr. Jeff Dean. Will the following please join him? Vice President Cook, Assistant Provost, Dr. Jeanette Taylor, Associate Vice President for Instruction, Dr. William Vinsel, Franklin College Associate Dean Adam Goody, and Program Director Ms. Faye Chapman. Please come to the stage. For the Franklin College of Arts and Sciences, Nicholas John Swearingen, Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Studies, Psychology Concentration, and a Bachelor of Sciences, Psychology, cum laude. Graduates, you'll go all the way down shaking hands, and Dr. Dean will hand you your brick. Thank you, Dr. Goody and Ms. Chapman. Thank you. Dr. Dean, Dr. Cook, Dr. Taylor, and Dr. Vinsel, that's a mouthful. Please remain on the stage. And will Dr. Nick Place, Dean of the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences, Dr. Ann Schaffer, Associate Dean of the Graduate School, and Ms. Pam Henry, Program Coordinator, please come to the stage. For the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences, the following are candidates for Masters of Science. Major professors, if you are here today, please stand when your student is called to the stage. Karen Corsetti, Master of Science, Entomology. Major Professor, Dr. Dan Suter. Ria Huda, Master of Science, Food Science and Technology, Major Professor, Dr. Malak Esali. Johanna Lillian John Mathia, Master of Science, Food Science and Technology, Major Professor, Dr. Govindaraj Dev Kumar. Umar Munir, Master of Science, Crop and Soil Sciences, with an emphasis in sustainable agriculture, Major Professor, Dr. Jack Wang. Kriti Paudel, Master of Science, Crop and Soil Sciences, Major Professor, Dr. Monique Leclerc. The following are candidates for a PhD. Major professors, please come to the stage to meet your student as they are called. Major professors, if you will enter from this side. Chen Chen Fan, Doctor of Philosophy, Crop and Soil Sciences, Major Professor, Dr. David Jesperson. Juman Hassan, Doctor of Philosophy, Food and Science Technology, Major Professor, Dr. Ismat Kassam. Oluwa Tommy Daniel Ibiyimi, Doctor of Philosophy, Entomology, Major Professor, Dr. Shamat Joseph. Willis Turner Spratling, Doctor of Philosophy, Plant Pathology, Major Professor, Dr. Boshra Bari. Thank you, Dean Place and Ms. Henry. Dr. Dean, Dr. Cook, Dr. Taylor, Dr. Vinsel, and Dr. Schaffer, please remain on the stage. And will Associate Dean Ardoin for the Mary Frances Early College of Education and Program Coordinator for Mathematics Education, Dr. Robin Overick, please join them. Adrian Brown, Master of Education, Mathematics Education, Pre-K through 8 emphasis, Major Professor, Dr. Robin Overick. Ashley Eason, Master of Education, Mathematics Education, Pre-K through 8 emphasis, Major Professor, Dr. Robin Overick. Jessica Quevedo, Master of Education, Mathematics Education, Pre-K through 8 emphasis, Major Professor, Dr. Robin Overick. Brandy Baylor, Education Specialist, Mathematics Education, Pre-K through 8 emphasis, Major Professor, Dr. Marcia Hines. Patricia Derrico, Education Specialist, Mathematics Education, Pre-K through 8 emphasis, Major Professor, Dr. Marcia Hines. Morgan Martin, Education Specialist, Mathematics Education, Pre-K through 8 emphasis, Major Professor, Dr. Marcia Hines. Thank you, Dr. Overick. Dr. Dean, Dr. Cook, Dr. Taylor, Dr. Vinsel, Dr. Schaffer, and Dr. Ardoin. Please remain on the stage. The following are candidates for an education doctorate. Major professors, please come to the stage to meet your student as they are called. Please enter from that side. Shanisa Ashford, Workforce Education, Doctor of Education, Major Professor, Dr. Andrew Jackson. Entree Drummer, Student Affairs Leadership, Doctor of Education, Major Professor, Dr. Jenny Voss. Stacy Hurt Milner, Student Affairs Leadership, Doctor of Education, Major Professor, Dr. Georgiana Martin. Tigra Mayana, Student Affairs Leadership, Doctor of Education, Major Professor, Dr. Katie Koo. Nicole Simmons, Student Affairs Leadership, Doctor of Education, Major Professor, Dr. Jenny Voss. Thank you, Dr. Schaffer and Dr. Ardoin. Dr. Dean, Dr. Cook, Dr. Taylor, and Dr. Vinsel, please remain on the stage, and will Dr. Laura Clark, Director of Undergraduate Programs for the Terry College of Business, please join them on the stage. For the Terry College of Business, Kaylin Miliano, Bachelor of Business Administration, General Business. Nicholas John Swearingen, Bachelor of Business Administration, cum laude. Joshua Fagan, Bachelor of Business Administration, magna cum laude. Kevin Wood, Bachelor of Business Administration. Thank you, Dr. Dean, Dr. Cook, Dr. Taylor, Dr. Vinsel, and Dr. Clark. Let's give all these amazing students one more round of applause. Congratulations, class of 2024. Now, we will have a presentation of the University of Georgia's alma mater, which will be led by a current University of Georgia Griffin campus student, Jessica Abisab. Following the alma mater, we will hear remarks from an esteemed UGA alumna, Ms. Faye Chapman, and then Dr. Dean will have our closing comments. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's a great honor for me to be here today. Thank you, Melissa. I would like to invite everyone to please stand up for the alma mater. I will be singing the first, third, and the fourth verse of the alma mater, and you may sing with me if you would like to. From the hills of Georgia's northland beams thy noble brow, and the sons of Georgia rising pledge with sacred vow. Alma mater, thee we'll honor, true and loyal be, ever crowned with praise and glory. Georgia, hail to thee. And thy daughters proudly join thee, take their rightful place, side by side into the future, equal dreams embrace. Alma mater, thee we'll honor, true and loyal be, ever crowned with praise and glory. Georgia, hail to thee. Through the ages, alma mater, men will look to thee. Thou the fairest of the Southland, Georgia's varsity. Alma mater, thee we'll honor, true and loyal be, ever crowned with praise and glory. Georgia, hail to thee. Thank you.
Good morning, graduates, UGA Griffin faculty and staff, and the proud family and friends of our honored graduates. As a proud alumna of the University of Georgia, who's been connected to UGA, first as a graduate student, and later as a faculty member and a staff member for over 45 years, it's been wonderful. I'm deeply honored to play a part in this joyful occasion as we celebrate the accomplishments of these students who are about to join me as alumni of the University of Georgia. As an alumna of UGA, it is my great pleasure to have it as my duty today to say to you, welcome to the family, come on in. There are a few things I'd like to tell you about this family you're about to join, though I suspect you probably know a lot of them. First of all, this is a very large family. As graduates of UGA, you are joining a family of almost 370,000 alumni spread across the entire globe. Like all families, the UGA alumni family shares a history. UGA's history dates back to 1785, when it was chartered by the Georgia General Assembly, making the University of Georgia the first state-chartered university in the nation. UGA's first graduating class in 1804 consisted of only 9 students. But now, 220 years later, almost 8,700 students will make up the class of 2024, the class of which you are a part. Unfortunately, for well over half of its history, the doors to UGA would not have been open to me or to many of you sitting here before me. But those doors did finally open. In 1918, the University of Georgia admitted women for the first time. And in 1961, during my lifetime, I'm older than I look, the first African American students, Charlene Hunter and Hamilton Holmes, enrolled at UGA. As the graduates receiving education degrees probably know, they were soon joined by Mary Frances Early, who enrolled as UGA's first African American graduate student and became the first African American to receive a degree from the University of Georgia. As UGA alumni, you become a part of this history, and you have the opportunity to add to it as you put to good use the knowledge, the skills, the experiences your education here at UGA has afforded you. Like all families, University of Georgia alumni family also has time-honored traditions. The oldest is the ringing of the chapel bell. Originally, it was rung in the case of emergencies and to mark the beginning and end of class, if you can believe that. The chapel bell is now rung by members of the Bulldog family to celebrate academic achievements, special occasions, and yes, victories by the Georgia Bulldogs. And I don't know if you're like me, but I really would have enjoyed hearing that bell ring loud and long Saturday night after we beat those doggone Texas Longhorns a second time this season. I'm enjoying that too much. I'm sorry. Go Dogs. Another tradition involves the arch, the well-known entrance to UGA's Athens campus and a symbol of UGA. Walking under the arch is an honor reserved for UGA graduates. So I hope the next time you're in Athens, you'll take the time, the opportunity to ring the chapel bell and walk under the arch. As UGA graduates, you have earned it. You've earned it. And finally, as is common in families, there are expectations placed on family members. Your UGA family has high hopes and big dreams for each of you. So as you celebrate the significant milestone today, I hope you look forward to new paths with anticipation, with hope, and with confidence that you already have what it takes for the road ahead. In closing, I'd like to share with you my hope that each of you will hear these words of John Wesley, the founder of the Methodist Church, and take them to heart. Do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, for all the people you can, as long as ever you can. So once again, graduates, I want to say congratulations and welcome to the family.
Thank you, Ms. Chapman, for those enthusiastic remarks. Once again, on behalf of the University of Georgia and the Griffin campus, I want to congratulate each and every one of you students on your accomplishments that we are celebrating today. Thank you to all the family and friends for coming out to support these students. Thank you to the campus faculty and staff, as well as our guests for attending today's celebration. Before you head over to the Student Learning Center, the large building behind us, I hope you will stop in front of that building as our graduates stop by to lay his or her bricks. The graduates will recess, but will remain in this building for a few minutes to allow you all to clear in that, head in that direction, so they'll be coming over behind you. We will have receptions for our graduates in the Student Learning Center, and these receptions are designed to allow our faculty, staff, and students to mingle a bit, share some recollections and fond memories before dispersing to their various separate paths that lie ahead. We hope that the guests will likewise join us for these receptions. Each of the rooms has some light refreshments, and we would like to again thank Mr. Ryan Peavyhouse from Edward Jones Investments in Griffin for his continued support in helping us provide these refreshments for these receptions. Please take note of the room, which I'll mention in a moment, where your graduates will be meeting after this recessional. All the rooms are on the first floor of the Student Learning Center. So graduates of Mary Frances Early College of Education, the Math Education Program, will be in room 105. Those graduates from Student Affairs Leadership Program will be in room 116. And Workforce Education will be in room 102. Graduates at the Terry College of Business and the Franklin College of Arts and Sciences, you'll be in room 115. And College of Ag graduates, you will be in room 104. Family, friends, staff, faculty, if you need any assistance finding those rooms, and I hope that's not the case for faculty and staff, please to look to one of our UGA Griffin campus ambassadors. You will see in red jackets around the room and over in the Student Learning Center. We invite you to tour the campus while you are here. Our campus store is located in the Flint building back over this direction, which will be opened up at 1 o'clock in case you wish to buy some additional mementos of this occasion. And be sure to stop by and take a selfie with our UGA statue over next to the flagpole. Candidates, you now join nearly 370,000 other alumni as part of the Bulldog Nation. We hope that you will come back and see us often and remember us when we send young students your way for internship opportunities or job opportunities. That's part of what being a member of the family is all about. Again, congratulations and best of luck as a UGA graduate. Come back and see us. Go Dogs!
Please stand for the recessional.